Mickey Dickey here, and I've been researching CPI for tomorrow, and I'm wanting to get this video out, so hopefully I can get it up today because I'm a little bit concerned. And the reason I'm concerned is I was listening to some folks on the internet talking about the fact that the experts are expecting CPI tomorrow to come in around 5.1, 5.2, when last month it was at 6. Now, as most of you have heard me talk about, I expect inflation to come down quite a bit. And I do because gas prices are down 18% year over year. And there's a very large correlation there. And gas obviously goes through everything. When you're shipping things, the gas prices, the cost is built into the prices on everything. So it's not just a scenario where I'm looking at individual things. But my concern is, again, not what the number comes in at, but it's what if we come in at 5.2 instead of 5.1 or 5.3 instead of 5.2, depending on who you listen to. It's still a very significant drop from 6, which personally I was hoping for 5.4. So if it ends up being 5.1 or 5.2, that's even better. That would be lovely. But my concern is that if the market is actually expecting, say 5.1 or 5, let's just say 5.1 just for the heck of it, and it comes in at 5.2, the last 2 times that's happened, the market has sold off massively. Happened in February and happened back in September, where it came in lower than it did the month before, but not quite as low as they anticipated. And all over the news, all you hear is inflation came in hot. Inflation came in hot. Okay, hotter than expected, but lower than last month. But they don't say that. So the market freaks out. So my concern here is if the expectations are truly that the inflation is going to go down 0.9% in 1 month, which is a drastic drop. And I hope it does. But if it misses by even 0.1%, what does the market do with that? Because this conversation I was listening to, they were saying that if it came in higher than 5.2, that the market would sell off. And if it came in higher than 5.4, the market would sell off 2% or something like that. I believe this was a Goldman Sachs, not exactly sure, but anyway, some idiot out there is trying to say that this could happen, which again, it could happen. If we come in at 5.4, even though it's down 0.6% from last month, if the expectations are 5.1, the market's going to freak out because everybody's on the news is going to sit back and say how horrible it is, even though it's significantly down from the month before. So again, the whole point of this is I want you to listen to some reason. And unless CPI comes in higher than 6%, which is what it was last month, it's still going to be down. And yes, it's going to take time. Hopefully it'll come down lower, but don't worry about the inflation number. Keep an eye on how the market reacts to it and how television and how digital social media reacts to it. At least on a short-term basis, we could have a really big sell-off if this doesn't come down at the 5.1 as expected. So just keep that in mind. I have been trying to figure out for several days what the market was trying to do and what the market was thinking it was going to do on inflation. I was actually hearing people thinking it was going to be higher and higher than they thought, but I couldn't get anybody to come back and say what they thought they were going to come in at. But again, if they're thinking 5.1 and then now they're thinking it might be 5.2 or 5.3, again, it's still a significant decrease. As you're watching for tomorrow, keep an eye on this because, this could be a big deal regardless of whether it actually is a big deal. So this is just one of those times where I want you to pay attention to how the market reacts to the data, not so much to the data, unless that data is going up. And unless we're at 6.1 or above 6%, I'm not as concerned about it as long as it keeps going down. Keep that in mind. Talk to your financial advisor. Keep with your long-term financial plan so that you can retire when you want to retire and how you want to retire. Dickey out.